Welcome to In Our Words, a weekly segment of LNP's opinion section that highlights some of the week's most thought-provoking issues. The following are the opinions of the LNP Editorial Board and not the news department. There's a criminal conviction lurking somewhere in your past. Maybe it was many years ago. You've since paid your penalty. Over the years, you've acquired training and skills. Now you're looking for work. You want to become a productive member of society. And then there it is, again, that lurking conviction back in your face as you stare down the question of all questions on your job application. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? There's no good answer. Check yes and you're likely eliminated right off the top. Check no and a background check will expose your lie. Either way, you lose. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf is moving to get rid of a requirement that applicants for all state agency jobs fill out a question about whether they have a criminal conviction. As the Associated Press reported Saturday, beginning July 1st, applicants for non-law enforcement positions with the state will not have to fill out a criminal conviction box on job applications. Law enforcement positions will still include the box. Pennsylvania joins about 20 other states that have banned the box. The governor is right to join other states in the so-called ban the box movement. As he said last week, one check mark on an application shouldn't determine someone's future. Even if the box is banned, employers still have the opportunity to perform criminal background checks. Banning the box doesn't guarantee anyone a job, nor should it, but it does indeed increase access to employment. This is a sensible step. For someone who will always have to answer for the past, the future should not be determined by a single question. It's hard to comprehend. Here you had a young man seeking to become a brother in the Beta Theta Pi fraternity. And how did his would-be brothers repay his eager loyalty? By requiring that he drink to horrific excess, and then by declining to call 911 when he was beyond drunk and clearly in terrible condition. 18 former Penn State University fraternity brothers were charged with crimes ranging up to involuntary manslaughter in the death of a pledge who authorities say repeatedly fell down a flight of stairs after he and others were made to run a gauntlet of drinking stations guzzling vodka, beer, and wine, the Associated Press reported last week. Timothy Piazza, a 19-year-old sophomore from Lebanon, New Jersey, suffered for hours, a prosecutor said, while members of the Beta Theta Pi fraternity failed to summon help. A grand jury investigation using video surveillance footage taken from the fraternity house found that some of the frat members worked to conceal what had happened. Penn State has permanently banned that fraternity. We cannot imagine the devastation Piazza's parents must have felt when they learned of their son's final hours. The reaction to Piazza's February 4th death has followed roughly the same pattern horrific hazing incidents always seem to engender. Fraternity brothers and sorority sisters everywhere took to the internet to insist the problem isn't inherent to the Greek system, to point out that fraternities and sororities do a great deal of community service. In their defensiveness, they fail to recognize the sense of power fraternity and sorority members wield over those seeking to join their groups, a power that's too often and too easily abused. Universities can enact all the anti-hazing policies they want, but when you put 20-year-olds in charge of 18 and 19-year-olds without strict supervision and rule enforcement, you are asking for trouble. Once again, Penn State is facing a moment of truth. While it's too late for Timothy Piazza, we hope the university faces this moment squarely. That'll do it for In Our Words this week. If you have an opinion you would like to share with us, you can email us at lancasterletters@lnpnews.com. You can also see what we think in the opinion section at lancasteronline.com. I'm Rich Maneri. We'll see you next time.